Hey there, tankers. Seattle Forge here, and I am in my Tier 9 German Heavy, the VKB, or the VK45.02B. It is a beast of a tank, but a frustrating one for me to play. And the reason I've been playing it a lot lately was to unlock the mouse. I never really wanted the mouse. I did want this tank, but the mouse always looked dated, and like the meta had passed it by and so on. But if community contributors are to be believed, unlocking the mouse will also unlock 3 new German heavy tanks when they come out in the next patch. Who doesn't want 3 tanks for the price of 1? And secondly, the mouse is getting some pretty massive buffs to make it relevant again, which sounds exciting. So grinding away, using reserves, playing the VKB a lot. And I thought I'd talk a little bit about it. Now this thing has some of the most monstrous armor in the game in the front. The rest of the tank, relatively unarmored. The gun is pretty... I won't say it won't hit hard, and it does have decent penetration. But the DPM is pretty terrible. The accuracy isn't very German. It's pretty mediocre to terrible. And you can get yourself... if you don't have buddies watching your sides and your back, you can quickly find yourself surrounded and getting shot to pieces where you don't have armor, and you don't have much of a way to retaliate because of its incredibly slow speed, not only driving, but hull traverse, and certainly turret traverse. But this corner is a good place to start, and that Carnarvon, I know it's the 20-pounder has a good penetration, and he probably caught me on the side there as I was going around the corner, but he dings one into me right away, but it was a pretty good trade. He did his 200 and whatever to me, and I did my 484. Oh, look, there's a lot of armor there, and I put another one in. But the T49 hits me for 407 and takes up my driver. Given that the speed of this thing isn't really a necessity right now, I decide not to put him back in with a premium consumable when I might have more trouble with some HE later. Only one arty in this game, and I'm in a pretty safe arty spot until I come around this corner. Got 2 hull-down American heavies, which is their strength, and I do have a lot of help here, which is fantastic. And I'm hoping I can get shot into the cupola. Remember what I said about the accuracy on this thing not being that great? Well, that made a monkey out of me, and I'll take it 532 into the top of that T-34. And this T-29 is stubbornly staying there, and I would too. He's hull down there. He starts making a retreat. It can be problematic. Tiger P's come into play. And I have no trouble thinking him now. The T-29 bounced off me there. I'm not quite sure where he hit me. I did see some shots on the hull later. But he's gonna hurt me in a little bit. And I'm pretty sure he's going to use premium. It's nice that WZ to walk in front of me so I could put 483 into him. I think I'm the one who got the tracking shot on him. And he's almost all out of health. And I'd like to put him away here. I was going to go for the drive wheel, but he backed up, and I got him in his very weak lower plate. That's getting a buff next patch, I believe. Or it already did. In which case, it still sucks, I guess. It was pretty well angled. Alright, waiting for the reload. Got the reload, trying to push in. Bounce the T-29. Thank you. Thank you, German Steel. T-34 looks like he's making a break for it, and I put one into the Löwe. Now, T-29, let me stop it right there. The T-29, now, I'd never really taken a look at the turret armor too well. I just assumed it was heat spam and so on, but I'm going to show a graphic later. You can see that viewport. It's almost pointy, almost cone-shaped. There's a spot on the roof there, right behind it, that is really weak, and you can see that's where the shell actually goes through, is through the roof. Can you see that? And I'm going to show you a graphic of exactly how weak that is. So I know that the VK, the commander's hatch, is a weak spot, but it is hard to hit, especially at the angle that I'm at. You can see from the front, not much is getting through any of that. The machine gun port is not a weak spot. But on the turret, there's a very significant weak spot in the roof. All right, we'll resume. Yeah. Alright, Super Pershing coming out, getting shot up by my great team here. Super Pershing goes back. I put one in the lower plate of the Löwe. Thanks for giving me that shot, buddy. My 1390 is getting very excited. Very excited about something. And by the way, that I should show it again. T29 put one in almost exactly the same spot right behind the other on that roof. Alright, so keep an eye out for that. Alright, we're pushing up here, and I'm hoping, and their artillery is dead, so I don't have to worry about that. A nice shot into the Super Pershing. So the VK does have very few frontal weak spots. From the front, and especially at angle, it is an absolute monster. Just a giant wall of steel. Sorry about my voice and any potential coughing. I've been ill. Okay. Pushing up, trying to cover my lower plate by pushing this tank along. Yeah, it might be a bit too slow. Super Pershing got himself in a cubby there in the rocks. Taken up by, I believe, WZ. Well done. And I've been pretty happy with the result in this particular game. Not a fantastic result by any means. 3,882 is not amazing or anything, but and I'm going to get one more. I'm going to try and pull up here and get one into the hull of the retreating T-29. 445, bring my damage up to 4,327. That's respectable. Especially since I'm a scrub and I'm old and I can't see. My reflexes are shot and I'm usually drunk. That's the VKB. As promised, here's that graphic I pulled off of Tanks GG showing the T-29 in comparison and where he was shooting me on the VKB. That red star up top marks a spot on the roof there with 45 millimeters of effective armor because of the sloping, resulting in a 100% chance to go through. So I sold my VKB and I don't have to worry about it, so I don't mind sharing this. Anyway, that's the weak spot. Let's look at post-game stats.